So first off, before I start this video, I just want to give a big shout out to Abstract, man. Abstract, YouTube name, screen name, Abstract. Apologize if I don't know your real name, but they made a comment in regards to my lens. And I was talking about being able to see through the smoked cover here in direct sunlight. And then you can kind of see all the ins and outs of what the digital dash looks like, and you can kind of see the brackets and the circuit board and all that. So like if you look at it right there, you can kind of see some of the main circuit board and all that. So he was saying, you know, make a template and then use just cheap spray paint to cover up from behind, and you know, make a template of the gauges and whatnot, and then on the actual smoked plexiglass itself, and that should work. And so sure enough, I did it, and I haven't put it on yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. Now, I just did the edges here because that's what you can kind of see the most. There's like the brackets and all that. I didn't do the actual cutout of the gauges because I'm still going to try to make the original work if I can. I think I got more room in between the gauge and the plexi than I thought, so I'm going to try to make that work for that part of the dash. But this right here, I think is going to work perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in, and then I'll give you guys a quick look at it to see what you guys think. But man, major shout out to you. This worked perfectly, as you guys can see, and all I did was just scuff it up with a gray Scotch-Brite pad, use some adhesion promoter, and then use some cheap black, low gloss black paint that I always use. So let's go over here and I'll chime back in here in a moment. All right, you guys will see, it looks good so far. And there it is. Yeah, you can definitely tell. So if you can see, it's really hard to see with the light back behind me, but if you can tell right there, you can kind of see where I painted it. So behind there, you'd be able to see the bracket, but from here, you can't. It just looks totally blacked out. Same over here, same deal. See how you can't see from the edge here, but if you go directly on, you can see it directly on. So this is from my view, and you can see everything totally perfect, but from here, you see how it gets cut off? So yeah, I would say that definitely works. Even if you go over here, you can barely see, like if you see that gray right there, that gray piece, that's actually a plug that goes into the side of the dash, and you can barely even see it. But from here, you can't. And I apologize for the light, you know, the windows in the garage. But yeah, I would say that is a success. That's even a better view. So man, shout out to Abstract, man. Thank you for doing that. That's why I love this community. Everybody helps out one another, and man, this is clutch. Appreciate it. All right, you guys, now I'm about to lower this car. There's actually some 2-inch little perches. I don't know if you guys can see them. Oh man, you might be able to see them right there where the coil sits on. Long time ago I put those on there because I actually had some 22s on this, and I lifted it just a little bit higher because I had to lift it in the front in order for it to clear just a little bit. And so the back at that time, nobody was squatting rides in the back or anything like that, and plus I wanted to ride even. So now I'm going to actually lower the back of it by taking those out, and I'll drop it a good 2 inches, so you'll see where it is right now. And I actually get my tape measure and just kind of see if it does work. All right, I think I got it. All right, so we are just about 28 inches if you go from the bottom of the wheel well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these coils out, see if I can take those perches out, and then go ahead and see if it does drop at 2 inches. And also, in regards to dropping it, I actually have some lowering springs right there. So that's the rear. They're for a G-body, actually. I just had extras. And then these are front. Man, these took forever to get in. I bought them from eBay. They're under here. They're all wrapped up. BMR suspension, man. They took forever. And I wouldn't have probably ordered them if they didn't tell me it was gonna take like 3 weeks, but I guess they've been backed up and whatnot. But the shipping didn't specify that, so I really kind of want to leave them some negative feedback. But I'll take the high road and won't do that. But man, the good thing I wasn't trying to put these in anytime sooner. But let me go ahead and tack this, and we'll make it happen. That was a pain. All right, you guys, so this is the coil right here. It is a Ibach coil. Sorry you guys can't really see it, but that right there. And if I remember correctly, I think the closer coil section goes to the top, if I'm not mistaken, and the wider goes down to the bottom. I always forget, but what I'm gonna do is just go by the little emblem on it, and it's right side up there, so I'm just gonna install it that way. I also have some little isolators to go against the floorboard, so that way if there's any squeaking or anything, this will eliminate that. So it won't probably lower it as much as it should, maybe 3/4 inch, but we'll see. So remember, it was 28 before, at least on that side. This is the driver's side, but we'll see where it ends up. All right, you guys, so I got everything installed on the driver's side. So let's see where it goes down. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on. 31, 30, 28, all right, 29, 28. Yeah, not too much, actually. It only lowered it about, well, at least on the driver's side, maybe 3/4 inch. So yeah, I'd probably say it's about right. If I didn't have that isolator in there, it would have probably been a little bit closer to an inch. So yeah, I'll say it's about right. And I'm going with a 20-inch rim. So 20-inch rim. I forgot what series tire on it. It might be like a 35 series or something like that. So maybe like this. So if I went maybe 2 to 3 inches off the ground here, so the wheel might sit up here. So that might be pretty good, you guys. Might be pretty good. It's not as low as I thought it would be, but those are supposed to be 1-inch drop. Yeah, it definitely sits lower. You can see, look at the height difference from the rear shock. That one's up a lot higher on that side. So definitely sitting a little bit lower. You can see how the sway bar kind of goes hot right there, and then it goes whoop up. So yeah, definitely it. So all that is going to be cleaned up at some point too. I'm just not going to do it this summer, so I'll probably take the rear end out, clean it up, put it back in. I decided not to do the tank. I might spray it at some point, but I just really didn't feel like doing it. I had done so much work up until now. I just decided to kind of keep it as is. So let me go ahead and do the other side. I'll do that off camera, and we'll see if it comes out to about the same. So I don't know, you guys, I started to think about this, and this seems to me to sit really high, and I have the other side jacked up, but look how big of a gap that is. It almost looks the same, or maybe even higher, honestly. So what I did is when I took the stock spring out, I set these side by side. So this is the one for the G-body that's supposed to be an inch lowering kit, which is this right here. And I verified that part number on eBay, and it did say it did lower it an inch. Now, I don't know, being that these are, I guess, fairly new, I think they're just lightly used. Maybe they haven't settled in yet or something, I'm not really sure. But to only lower it 3/4 of an inch, and I didn't take into consideration the little 2-inch cups that raise it, taking those out, and by going a shorter spring coil, it only lowered it 3/4 of an inch. So what I did is I took this coil out on this side and took the little perch out, the cup, and I only put the isolator in there. And so we'll see how much lower this side becomes. I'm gonna go ahead and lower it now. Let me find my tape measure, and we'll go ahead and try to do this again. 29, 28, 27. I'm all the way down. Dang, well, it's at 27. Just under 27. Let me go on the other side. All right, you guys, let's do this one more time. New spring, G-body spring, passenger side, with no isolator and no lift cup. Again, no isolator this time. So let's see where we end up at. Remember, the other side was about 26.5 with the isolator, no cup. Let's see where this one goes. Same, maybe. Oh wait, maybe the other side's just lower. Let's see. That's 27. Oh, 26 3/4. Go to the other side real quick. Yeah, the other side is 26 1/4. So, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is tire pressure, or just maybe the car is just off. But you know, kind of that's the problem with coils, man. You just never know kind of what you're getting into. You know, you always have one side higher than the other one. It's never level. So I know sometimes the way you spin the coil, I always forget where the end of the coil is supposed to sit. So I just push them both to the back. So the point is pointing to the back. I don't know if that's correct or not. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the other side and kind of just see where that one ends up. I don't know, guys. I don't know. The suspension thing is crazy. I took both coils out. I put the new G-body ones in. That's supposed to lower the car about an inch, and I took both isolators out, so both on even on both sides, and they both measured the exact same now, 26 and about 3/8. So it is what it is. I don't know. I can't call it. They both measured pretty much exactly the same. So regardless, they're lower. So overall, I probably lowered it about, just almost 2 inches. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm assuming, being that these are new, they'll probably settle in at some point as well. So they might even lower a little bit more. And then when the interior and everything's in, maybe drop a little bit more. So we'll see. But anyway.